Alright, so I just had to make a quick video here on my jump rope section and how to make a jump rope using stuff. Ignore the mess. I got 418s over there. It'll be in another YouTube video, I'm sure. But yes, 418s, 10,000, soon to be 20,000 watts of power, 12 batteries. As you can see, the excess power batteries. Anyways, you're not watching that for this. It's my gym gear. I got extra Rogue handles because I really love the Rogue handles. I also like the Wad Nation ones. That's a full jump rope set there. The Wad Nation handles work good. They're not as smooth. They don't have the smooth action like the Rogue handles. That's why I bought those. Plus, I bought these because the Rogue handles are extra long for my tricks, okay? So, got my crimping tool from Home Depot. Wire cutters from Amazon now. Let me go over the cable. This is Home Depot cable. It's thick. It's 5/16. It's the kind of cable that if you hit yourself with it... Oh, by the way, I got this from buyjumpropes.net, but one handle's cool, like smooth action. The other one's wobbly. They sent me another one. The screws are messed up, you know? Like, so when you jump with it, it sucks. And, you know, I'm not going to mention names of who recommended it, but that person's probably going to watch this video, FYI. You know who you are, because I watched your video and you highly suggested it. But anyways, I ended up making my own. So 5/16s, vinyl coated. It's good stuff, but it's not that flexible, okay? But the Home Depot rope does not last that long. Oops. And I have different lengths already pre-cut just from it, but I don't use this rope anymore. I don't like it. McMastercar.com. They sell all of this shit in this video, but they sell the good cable. This cable, extra thick PVC, 5/16s, very thick. Not that flexible, great for speed and also just killing, it's targeting more muscles. Like, do double unders, good luck doing 50 of them. This is 1/8 extra lubricated cable, meaning, yes, flexible, very flexible. The kind that will hurt. I mean, like, this is also from Home Depot. This one's flexible, but this weighs more. So I prefer this cable over the other one. I got different, ferrules and stops. You can use the double-sided one, but I just prefer to use the stop. And so obviously I got two different sizes here. Basically this one's for the 1/8 and this one is for the 5/16s. Once again, you can get them at McMastercar.com. And no, I don't work for McMastercar.com. So I'm going to be increasing, hold on one second while I go to the other side here. I need my I need this and my wire cutters. These are specifically rope wire cutters, okay? Home Depot doesn't sell it. So what I'm doing here, let me flip this camera around real quick. I gotta pause. I just got this phone, so let's see how it does. Let me see if I can see myself. Okay. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, so check this out. What I'm doing here, I'm taking my old rope here. And the reason is okay, all wire ropes will do this, especially if you don't take care of them. But I've just stepped on it so many times. See the bend, or the bend. When I wrap them, let me show you how to wrap a wire rope because I see a lot of people at the gym do this. Any jump rope, use the natural wrap of the rope. You see where I probably stepped on it really hard or hit my back or something, but you see that. So that's why it's not. But use the natural wrap of the rope. I kind of do a little twist with my fingers. It's just like wrapping audio cable or copper cable if you're an electrician. If you're not, learn how to wrap a cord, because if you are going to do this, I see this all the time. Shit, I can't even do it because I'm just so used to it. Like, if you're just gonna throw it in your gym bag like this, forget about it. It's not gonna last you that long. Like, you're gonna get bends and shit like that. You don't want that. Okay? So anyways, wire cutters, I'm gonna cut my old stop off. Now, once again, I'm using the Rogue extra long handle just for the trick purposes, because the tricks are like, they're the fun part of roping. Okay, see that bend? I always trip on that damn bend. This is a short rope. It's kind of comparable to, like, I mean, if you're doing it for speed, and then also the tricks. Now, I can do all the tricks fine with it. But I don't recommend this. I don't recommend a long rope if you're trying to do speed. You know, I mean, you can still do the tricks. I'm still going to keep this rope in case one day I just decide I want to try a fucked up rope, or if I need to hang something, or I mean, having wire rope can be useful. So now to see what rope. I already pre-cut another rope. Now you got to keep in mind, man, I've seen this on YouTube so many times, different ways to adjust it. They're all about the same. Should go up to your armpit. Mine's going to be a little lower than my armpit. That one was this one I cut about 2 inches shorter, so it was about right here to my armpit. This one, as you can see, it's about right here. Okay, the rope itself should be at your armpit level. Should be like in your armpit, all up in there. Okay, the fucking I lost my train of thought. If the handle should, I mean, I'm talking the rope part, and not the end of the handle. On my other rope, I mean, I said it was probably about right here. So the handle, being that extra long handle, will probably be like this. This is what the old rope was. So I'm doing this for the sole purpose of the fact that I'm trying to do these double under crossovers, and I'm trying to get the timing, but I got my I keep putting my knees up, and I don't want to do that. I'm trying to be as good as Mayweather here. So the guy's good, but you know what? I think I could do more tricks than the guy. But if you're watching this Mayweather, I'll be up there with you in a bit. You know, now the boxing thing, okay, you're always going to be better than than me, but whatever. This wire is because, okay, sorry, let's get back on track. This fucking thing, the end rods on this rope, on the Rogue handles, and I noticed Wad Nation use different ones. These are good end rods, but they probably use like a 3/16, or no, not a 3/16, or it's something, I don't know. Actually, it's probably a 3/16. They probably use a 3/16 on there. This is 1/8. Okay, so it's too big. You can strip the wire coating off, and so I got a pair of wire strippers here. And now the thing about this is actually really good wire cable. It's a little more expensive than just going to Home Depot or Lowe's. And you know, the other thing too, if you want, you can also go to Lowe's and Home Depot. They'll cut the exact length you want if you don't want to go out and buy the cutter. Either way, you need to be able to crimp the bastard. Now, Home Depot and Lowe's also sell a kind of crimp. It basically has the end screws, the same ones you get on the jump ropes. But I don't like those because I can't tell you how many times those fucking things fall off, and then there goes half my rope, and it hits some guy in the face or some girl. Anyways, get a lighter, heat it up good. Kind of just melt that jacket. When you do that, heat expands it, and then you should just be able to do this. Keep in mind it's hot. You can see the smoke still coming off of it. But I'm just used to this. My fingers are calloused. I'm used to getting my hands dirty. Not a big deal. Alright, now we grab a stop. I thought I had grabbed stops. So let me go grab a 1/8 stop from over there. I'll be right back. These are stops. You can get them at McMaster Carb. You can get them at Home Depot. But as I said, I like McMaster Carb better. It is a little more pricey than Depot, but the quality of the products is a lot better. They even sell this tool, and the quality of that is a lot better. Anyway, so you get your stop. You got your handle in, and then just put this thing in. Always kind of rotate it on. Now, I always do this. You don't think about this. If you do this, this will eventually spread apart, and then these fine little pieces of wire, or this 7x19 wire also, just so you know. It's the most strained, so it's more flexible. But the lubrication make it very flexible. But you want this wire so it's just like that. You don't want it hanging out like that, because what will happen, I mean, you can always cut it too, but it's easier just to do it like this to begin with, because what will happen is that wire will eventually start spreading apart. You will, when you do like a throw and catch or whatever, that shit will you know, you'll grab it and it will splinter you, and it'll actually cause you to see blood and stuff. So anyway, so crimp. I'm trying to get this in camera view. I don't even know. I can't see what the camera's seeing. Don't crimp your finger. And then just get it all the way down. Messy bench. I know, I got a lot of projects I'm working on. Crimps. This is never going to fly off. It's never going to hit anybody in the face. It's never going to hit you. Now this, when this hits you, yeah, that's... Oh, fuck that. That sucks. It sucks ass. Okay? Once again, repeat the process. And then I'm going to do the 5/16 cable, which is a lot thicker. And as I said, not as flexible. I keep both these ropes, and I'm going to have them at the same length. When you keep, they all say try to keep your ropes the same length and all that. But at the same time, I honestly think if you can adapt, you can adapt. But for practicing purposes, yeah, keep it the same, especially if you're a beginner or if you're just getting into this. You know, and it seems to be like a thing now. I see a lot of YouTubers on there with that seem to be all into this. Once again, same exact thing. See, I kind of fucked up when I did that, when I pulled it off. You don't want to spread it. If you spread it, it's going to be harder to put the ferrule on there. Okay, so once again, same thing. I don't know if this is in camera view, but I always... Here's a little tip, because it's hard to get you, because you want to make sure that wire's in. Just grab it, kind of have it down, and then get it exactly where you want, and then slowly crimp. Once it's grabbed it a decent amount, move your finger, because that's going to hurt, and then do that. And now we have a increase by 2 inches jump rope. And once again, I'm just going to stand on it. Don't make fun of my sandals and socks. Alright, I'm at home. You know how some of you ladies are. Talking shit. There you go. Not at my armpit. Actually, I'm sorry. There's 2 ways. I do it with 1 foot. But from what I see on YouTube, a lot of people like to do it with 2 feet. This is the 2 feet. See how it's right here to my armpit? And a lot of people do it, and the other way to do it is like this. One foot, step out, and do this. I don't know which way is the right way, but honestly, if a novice came up to me, I'd do it the same way I do it. You know, I figure, look, you need a shorter rope anyways. You want to do speed. And also, it's kind of like when you go snowboarding, and you go with that beginner. You put his ass on the intermediate slope, they'll actually learn a lot faster. If you keep them on the bunny slope, they ain't gonna learn shit. You know, they're gonna be on the bunny slope. Once again, wrap it up nicely, okay? Now you can weigh down your handles too. These rogue handles, let me do it with another rope. These rogue handles open up. A lot of handles open up, and then the screw and the hardware is inside. You can open it up, and in this case, I mean, I had to be a little creative here. Like, where's a guy like me gonna get weights from that are gonna fit inside a thin handle like this? What I do? Well, you see that back wall right there? Well, I do some stuff in car audio too, and from earlier. I ended up using 4-gauge wire, 2 inches of it, solid copper OFC cable. It's good stuff. It's heavy, and when you put it in something like this, yeah, it does the trick. So now, this rope is ready for tomorrow. As I said, I only increased it by 2 inches. I figure, look, give me a little bit more, and I probably will stop tripping. I'm going to try that for a little bit. If I want to go bigger, I'm going to go bigger, but I don't want to sacrifice too much speed, because I'm going to be working on triples next. Okay, so once again, you get your cutters, cut this. I always try to get it right here so I can reuse the rope. See how close I got that? So that way I can reuse this if I need to. Otherwise, you're going through rope. I go through a lot of rope. Now, this rope is, even though, I mean, this rope is way too thick for these handles. So this requires some custom fabrication. Okay, now let me go get the long spool of this. So once again, this rope is not that flexible. Now I got plenty of this. You can see this rope has some wear on it too. Not that bad because it's always done indoors. So all I'm going to do here, I buy 50 feet of this stuff at a time. It was just easier. And then this stuff is solid. Like, I mean, you could. These aren't rated for lifting, by the way, but I'm pretty sure I could tie this to my truck and tie it to something and just use it to haul enough of it. Anyways, I don't know. It depends on the weight, but like I said, it's not rated for lifting. But this is some heavy cable. This one's just regular lubricated, so it's just a little more flexible. Now, that's the even length there. I'm going to add, this one was about an inch shorter. I'm going to make this the same length, so I'm going to add about 3 inches. But I always give myself a little extra because you're going to strip away a little extra. And plus, the purpose of this one being longer is I want it to be heavier, to be quite honest with you. I want that weight because it just builds forearm strength, really, and build, you see, that's how much extra I put on there, you can see it. Build forearm strength and just form, and you feel it in all your other muscles. Sorry, it's like 2, 3 in the morning, and I just decided, well, I was supposed to do this when I got home, but then I forgot, and here I am, and then I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to make a YouTube video on how to make your own jump rope if you're actually getting into this. So, let me put this back. You see how I wrapped it? I don't fuck with it any other way. And then, alright, where's my cable? Okay, so this one is just a little different. I'm going to go over it with you. So once again, get your wire strippers out. And then you're going to, God, what a mess. I think the phone is moving, actually, because I didn't have to sit there. Alright. The wire strippers, lighter. This one's kind of big, so I'm just going to use the wire cutters and just kind of cut a circle. And then, now I got a circle. Do that. Do it twice. So now there's nothing holding it on. Once again, burn it. Remember, this is thicker cable. I like to see it all charcoaled up. And then once again, don't heat it up too much. Once again, that fire alarm has gone off. And then, oh, fuck. How? Yeah, I missed a spot. But see, this one's a bitch to get off. Unlike the other one. And then obviously on McMaster Carr's website, you can go and find other ones that you might like or other cables you might want to try. I ended up having to do that. This one's a little different. This is also a 7x19 construction. And when I say that, there's 7 of the, there's 7 spools inside. I'm sorry, there's 19 spools and then 7 small wires inside each spool. That's how they rate these. So, for most flexibility, like if you go on their website, it'll kind of give you the options. And then when you go to Home Depot, obviously you can feel and see them. And most, as I said, you can start off by going to your local Home Depot or Lowe's to get the main tools. And if you really want to get into it, I just use McMasterCar.com. You can even get, like, for example, the Wad Nation handles. And you can even get the bearings. You can change those for even faster bearings. You can get the bearings for these Rogue handles. Now, I like my Rogue handles, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change these. Actually, no. I think I'm going to keep the Rogue handles because they're long. The long handles actually make a big difference for me. this also broke. I'm going to put a piece of wire in there. You get to see that in a bit too. So 7 by 19. See the construction in there? If you look closely. Now, because this is so thick, it's too big for these end rods. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to peel off 3 of the wires like this. You'll see how I'm unraveling them. And this is how you're gonna have to do these big wire ropes if you have a specific set of handles. I mean, after a certain point, I just started looking for ropes with handles, where they're known for speed, and then like I started noticing different jump rope tutorialists, like, you know, oh, we have this. They all have these long ass handles, and I had to kind of figure out why, and I'm like, well, it makes more sense. And then this one's kind of fucked up, but I'm just gonna. You don't want to mess with it too much, and you don't want it to come off that bad, because otherwise you're not going to get it in there. Like I already kind of fucked this up, so I'm going to pull this one out. That one's fucked up. I'm down to, and keep in mind, I mean, it's just a jump rope. You're not tugging a fucking boat with this. So I took off 4 of them, leaving 3 intact and twined up, which is good. Now, those fit perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut those with my cutters. Pull this off. Do not mess up the natural wrap from this point. Otherwise, you're going to have to start over again. And get it to the lowest point you can get it. Otherwise, you're going to have fun. Okay, so, boom. And let's get more. And then if you really want to be precise, get yourself a pair of dikes. And you should have goggles for this part. Just make sure it's not pointing at you, or just put your sunglasses on if you got some big oak leaves. Something. Because these little pieces of wire will fly right into your eye. I'm just trying to keep my head down. I'm just kind of having it pointing it in the other way. Always use the right tools. If you see me get this in my eye, you will probably laugh and say, you should take your own advice, you motherfucker. Alright, it's in. It fits. So I'm kind of winging it for roll. I'm just going to use the same one, the 1/8. The 1/8 should fit it fine, and it does. Same exact thing. Give yourself a little extra leeway on this one. And then I'm going to just put this in. Same exact thing. So, just, I'm going to put it in, have it grab. It grabbed, okay. Now, just kind of have my finger there. Same exact thing. Fell off, but I don't think it was important. It's good, it's secure, it's not going to go hit the muscle head that's on steroids that's going to come up to you and try to beat the shit out of you because he thinks you're a dick. And so once again we continue. So you just start to unravel, and you can just start. I'm going to take 1. I did 3 last time, so here's number 2. 2. And then, shit. Try to just grab the right one to begin with, because you see I'm spreading it. You don't want to spread it. I did 4 of these last time, so I gotta take 4 off. And then, so once again, do not spread it. You spread it, it's gonna, like this one spread, I'll just cut it. It's going to be a pain in the ass later. So what I'm going to do there, just to prevent this from being a pain in the ass, get it down, cut it. This is strong ass rope, so it's not going to break even if you do this. The last one I already did, and I ran that rope like crazy, doing double unders and God knows what else. Said by the end of your workout with this particular rope, oh my god, your forearms are going to be dead. You get used to it after a while though, and I started using this as my warm-up. When you use this as your warm-up and then you go to that 1/8 cable, that 1/8 cable flies like nothing. Just because you were swinging this heavy-ass one around. You need flush cutters for the small piece, and once again, try not to look right at it because that shit will get into your eye. You're talking a tiny little piece of metal flying into your eye. Don't tell me that's like a horrible thing. It's pretty bad, actually. Why do I do this? Maybe it has happened before. Alright, we're good there. Once again, set up your ferrule. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I've heard ferrule and I've heard ferrule. And I think Google, when you put it on Google, it refers to it as a ferrule. But whatever. You get the idea. Just go. It's in hardware. It's right by where they keep their fasteners, screws, and all that good stuff. So, once again, grab this. See, now it's grabbing, but it's not pushing. Put your barrel in. Oh, you also have to keep in mind with certain handles, like the By Jump Ropes Net one, those have a, it has like a little notch. They're not perfectly, it doesn't go right in the middle of the circle. And if it doesn't do that, just keep in mind which way you're doing it. It's counterbalanced is what they have. And actually, I think the concept's cool. If I could get the damn handles to work. When I first got the rope, I was able to get it to work. I ended up putting a bigger rope on it off the bat because the little tiny thing that they sent with it was kind of a joke to me. I looked at it and I'm like, fuck this. You know, I was just like, how the fuck am I going to swing this around? This is like a 3-year-old will swing this around. I ain't fucking, a man's rope. You know? So once again, and I covered it with electrical tape. The reason why is when you start swinging them around, I actually missing the bottom piece here, but fabricate something. Let's see here. So right here, this here is some 4-gauge solid copper wire. And for this, I need my actual wire. This is when you're dealing with 0-gauge, when you have too much freaking power in your system. So what I'm going to do, cut. These are bad. You got to kind of have to put force. 2 inches. And I'd hope all men know how to do this. Just shove it in the hole. Push it all the way in there. Make sure it's secure. Maybe use the wire cutters, jam it. That ain't going nowhere. Now, I gotta find something for the end cap. I mean, I got bolts and shit. I mean, I don't know. Now, this piece of plastic, you could do that and just like cut it or something. I don't know. Anyways, I'll figure this part out, but you get the idea. And so, am I doing this? Apparently I am, but see, all I want, hell yeah, that'll work, and then we just throw some electrical tape on it. Yeah, it might look ghetto, whatever, you're not going to see it once I fucking wrap it up in electrical tape, you know? But I just need something there to keep that wire in place, because that wire is going to be flying everywhere, you know, and it's thick. You don't want a piece of wire flying out and hitting somebody, that's for damn sure. So, electrical tape, also, let me just throw this out. Electrical tape's probably the best for this anyways. Because the adhesive's actually really strong with electrical tape. It won't budge. It's easy to remove if you're trying to untangle it or take it out. But honestly, this is going to be kind of weird because this part's fatter. So what I'm going to do, to compensate for that, I'll just put a piece here, and that way I have the fatness. Actually, we could use this. Probably make more sense. Yeah. The other half, that broke off. But yeah, this way it's an even rope. I can name 2 people that are probably laughing their ass off on this ghetto rigging, but whatever. You know, I don't make these things, and if it didn't break, and it's funny, that day it broke, I noticed, I'm like, fuck, man. I went everywhere throughout the gym looking for it. I figured it'd be in the parking lot or something, but I couldn't find this shit. It might still be in the truck, but use plenty of electrical tape. It's fine. And actually, kind of gave me an idea. Make a fatter handle if you want, but yeah, there we go. They're about the same now. See, they're the same. I can get my caliper out and fucking really test it, but... And that's it. I'm gonna try these out tomorrow. Anyways, have a good day, night, whatever the hell it is, and stay tuned for the next